Brazil, the land of carnival, samba, football legends, and some of the most stunning natural beauty on the planet. It's a country that sparks the imagination, colourful, massive, alive. Whether you're chasing waterfalls, dancing at carnival, or exploring the depths of the Amazon, Brazil offers a kind of adventure you won't find anywhere else. And in this video, we're going deep into what it's like to travel there. From the cities to the wild, from tips to culture, and everything in between. Let's start with the basics. Brazil is the largest country in South America, and the fifth largest in the world, both in land area and population. Over 200 million people live here, across a landscape so diverse that it feels like 10 countries in one. You've got lush rainforests, endless beaches, red rock canyons, swamps, colonial towns, and futuristic cities, all stitched together by a culture that blends indigenous, African, European, and immigrant roots into something entirely unique. The official language is Portuguese, not Spanish. It's a common misconception. And while you might find English speakers in touristy areas, don't expect it to be widely spoken. Brazilians do appreciate when you try to speak even a little Portuguese, and honestly, it makes the experience much richer when you do. So what makes Brazil such a must-see destination? Let's start with the heavy hitters. First up, Rio de Janeiro. Rio is probably the most recognizable city in Brazil, maybe even in all of South America, and for good reason. You've got the Christ the Redeemer statue towering over the city. You've got Copacabana and Ipanema, two of the most iconic beaches in the world. You've got Carnival, the wildest street party on earth. But beyond the cliches, Rio is a living, breathing city filled with contrasts. Favelas line the hills next to luxury high-rises. One minute you're hiking through a rainforest trail, the next you're sipping coconut water on the beach. The energy is contagious. And the sunsets? Unreal. Next up, São Paulo. It's not as pretty as Rio, but it's just as important. São Paulo is a massive urban sprawl. Think New York City on steroids. But if you're into food, art, music, or nightlife, São Paulo will surprise you. It's home to some of the best restaurants in Latin America, a buzzing underground music scene, and art everywhere, from formal galleries to massive graffiti murals like the ones in Beco do Batman. For nature lovers, Brazil is an absolute playground. Let's talk about Iguaçu Falls, a jaw-dropping series of waterfalls on the border of Brazil and Argentina. Bigger than Niagara, wider than Victoria Falls, and with way fewer crowds if you go off-season. The Brazilian side gives you a panoramic view, while the Argentine side takes you up close and personal. Both are worth it. Another gem is Pantanal, the world's largest tropical wetland. Unlike the dense Amazon, the Pantanal is wide open, making it one of the best places in the world to see wildlife. We're talking capybaras, jaguars, giant otters, hundreds of bird species, and more. If you're into photography, nature tours, or just want to see animals in the wild without trekking for days, Pantanal is your spot. But let's not forget about the Amazon. This rainforest spans over half of Brazil and is home to more species than almost anywhere else on Earth. You can start your journey in Manaus, a city deep in the jungle, and take a boat or a tour into the heart of the forest. Yes, there are mosquitoes. Yes, it's humid. But where else can you wake up to the sound of howler monkeys and fall asleep to the hum of the Amazon River? And then there's the Northeast, a region often overlooked by tourists but full of magic. Think Salvador, a city rich in Afro-Brazilian culture, music, and spiritual traditions like candomblé. The food here is bold and spicy, with dishes like moqueca and acarajé that will change your definition of flavor. The coastline is dotted with small fishing villages and turquoise lagoons. Head to Jericoacoara or Porto de Galinhas for windsurfing, dune buggy rides, and beaches that feel like paradise. If you're looking for something straight out of a dream, visit Lençóis Maranhenses. Imagine a desert, but with blue and green lagoons in between white sand dunes. It's one of the most surreal landscapes on Earth, and you can swim in the pools during the rainy season from June to September. Now let's talk about some real-world travel tips. First, visas. Citizens of many countries, including the US, Canada, and most of Europe, can enter Brazil for short stays without a visa. But this changes occasionally, so check ahead before booking anything. Currency is the Brazilian real, spelled R-E-A-L and pronounced real. As of now, $1 equals around 5 reais, but it fluctuates. Credit and debit cards are widely accepted in cities, but if you're heading to smaller towns, local markets, or rural areas, carry cash. Transport. Brazil is massive, so if you're covering long distances, domestic flights are your best bet. Flights are relatively cheap if booked in advance. Buses are also a solid option. They're safe, comfortable, and reliable for traveling between cities. Inside the cities, Uber works well in most places and is safer than hailing taxis off the street. Metro systems exist in big cities like Sao Paulo and Rio and are a good way to get around, especially during rush hours. Safety. Brazil has its challenges. Petty theft and pickpocketing are common in busy areas, especially in big cities. Be smart. Don't flash expensive jewelry. Keep your phone close and stay alert, especially at night. Stick to well-known neighborhoods and use official transportation options. Most tourists travel through Brazil without issues, but awareness is key. Weather. Being mostly tropical, Brazil is hot and humid year-round in many regions. December through March is summer. Peak season, carnival, beach weather. But it's also rainy in the north. May to September tends to be cooler and drier, great for hiking, wildlife watching, and Amazon travel. A few quick tips that can make your trip smoother. 1. Brazilians are warm and expressive. Don't be surprised if strangers talk to you in line, or if greetings involve hugs and cheek kisses. It's part of the charm. 2. Food portions are big. Try everything. Brazilian barbecue, known as churrasco, is legendary. So is pão de queijo, cheese bread. And don't leave without trying açaí, but get it in Brazil. It hits different. 3. Tap water isn't always drinkable. Stick to bottled water to be safe, especially in remote areas. So now the big question. Is Brazil worth visiting? Absolutely. Brazil is one of the most vibrant, beautiful, and diverse countries in the world. It has the excitement of big cities, the serenity of untouched nature, the flavor of deep culture, and the energy of a place that doesn't just exist, it dances. From carnival to capoeira, from the Amazon to the Atlantic, Brazil doesn't just offer a vacation, it offers an experience. So if you're sitting at home watching this and Brazil has ever crossed your mind, this is your sign. Start planning, start learning a little Portuguese, and go explore one of the most unforgettable places on the planet. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful or inspiring, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more travel guides, tips, and inspiration. See you in the next one, or maybe in Brazil.